2027 presidency. With Kwankwaso beside Peter Obi, the North feels that we are comfortable. Abdulkareem. In a recent interview on Arise TV, Ibrahim Abdulkareem, Director General of Big Tent Nigeria and Chairman of the Quad Steering Committee, discussed Peter Obi's prospects in the African Democratic Congress (ADC) ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Abdulkareem emphasized Obi's appeal to young Nigerians and his commitment to unifying the country through principled leadership. With Kwankwaso beside Peter Obi, the North feels that we are comfortable, he said, highlighting the strategic importance of potential alliances in building regional and political divides. Abdulkareem explained that pairing Obi with prominent Northern leader would reassure voters in the North and strengthen national unity, signaling that the candidacy is inclusive and representative of the country's diverse interests. Abdulkareem noted that Obi's leadership style, not accessible, transparent, and accountable, resonates particularly with young Nigerians who are eager for a new political approach. He contrasted Obi's approach with conventional politics, emphasizing that Obi does not seek personal gains but aims to build a system that prioritizes development, integrity, and responsible governance. He further addressed concerns about intra-party communications and within the ADC, asserting that strategic partnership and alliances are intended to validate the ticket and ensure effective leadership, rather than complicate the nomination process. Abdulkareem stressed that Obi's credibility, fiscal prudence, and consistent engagement with supporters set him apart as a candidate capable of managing national resources responsibly. Abdulkareem further stated that the Obi-Kwankwaso alignment reflects a strategic vision for uniting Nigeria, building trust across regions, and presenting a credible presidential ticket that addresses the aspiration of all Nigerians ahead of the 2027 election. We've heard. Kingsley Olubo says, when decency of mindset prevails, you hear truth like this coming clear from a detribalized Northern patriot. Ngozi says, if network glitches will allow, I'm telling you, if network glitches will allow, if INEC will allow. Timdo says, network and glitches still have Obi 6 million votes, including Lagos, FCT, Plateau, the South East. Where else did he win and was not announced? Go and sit down. With the says Peter Obi will still defeat Bat if we go option A4. Charles says, but Obi chose Kwankwaso 2023 presidential election and he turned it down, and after Obi Atiku victory in Nigeria, it was turned down through rigging that brought in Obi. It's not Obi and Atiku, it's Obi and Dati. Atiku care. Egege says, Mr. Abdulkareem, sir, God bless you. I think it's high time we Nigerians let go of government of self-centered and paddy rewarding type of governance. Let's take the governance that will benefit the entire citizenry. For how long are we Nigerians going to be slaves in our fatherland? Our mumu don't do. It don't do. We can't allow these people to be pushing us anyhow, and then we are just okay with it. We are okay. We are too okay. We are too okay with things that are not good. Martin Zedjo says the thing will help Nigeria. That will help Nigeria is division. Even Jesus and Trump rules Nigeria, and the North will be against, unless the evil are raging. Okay. At Obi Kwankwaso, good match for 2027. Philip Nana said, what was the total score of Kwankwaso vote in 2023 presidential election? The Tinubu he couldn't defeat in 2023, when he is not yet president, cannot be defeated in 2027 now that he is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The only option left with his political opponent right now is to prepare for another cry and shout, can you imagine, of rigging and stolen mandate, really. Okay now. Achinati says, but my brother, don't be offended though. Do you support such unguided utterances from Strongies or whatever issue he or she calls himself? Who is Strongus? Chinati says, let's have a president who is presentable before the global community, not all these sicky old men APC has been offering the people for the past 11 years now. Tribal foods that hate good throughout will counter it. Okay now. Okoya Bambi says, will Atiku agree and not buy delegates as usual? Ajigi says, no waste of time, though there's nothing God cannot do. Exactly, there's nothing God cannot do. Strongly says, Biafra presidency in the hand of an Igbo man. Who can trust them? Yeah, if you don't want to trust them, don't trust them now. Peter Obi supports Biafra and he also wants to impress the president of Nigeria. He also wants to be the president of Nigeria. Nigeria will be gone, God forbid. What's this one saying? Rubbish talk. Bamidoye says Obi plus Atiku plus Kwankwaso join, all be toasted by PBAT. Even God has blessed cannot be cursed. So who has God blessed? At Dayo says, let that old man called Tinubu go relax. We don't want such a president. A president that travel out without a purpose. Tijani Amusa says a daylight dream and a wishful imagination that can never come into reality. Who told you that? Don't allow yourself to be misled. Average Northerners can never trust Peter Obi as the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Who told you people that? God is going to shock all of you. Chidi Kado says the fear of triumphalism is the beginning of fair election. Dare him and try. And the drug records, including the forgery cases, will be dug out and released by the CIA. Silas says, see how Kwankwaso is now coming down to earth after allowing his ego becloud his judgment in 2023. Now he's begging to be VIP that was offered to him on a platter then when the Obi currency as it is peak. Now he has to work for it. ARMO consultant says Peter Obi is a tribal and religious bigot, like you now. Like you, he displayed it in 2023. How did he display it? Tell us. How did he tell us he cannot unify anything? See you that can unify something now. Prince Charles says this is political game and Obi should watch his back. Remember Professor Chuba Okadigbo who was used and dumped. After Babalola says propaganda can't make it happen. Let them face the primaries and who comes out tops have the tickets. Best man Femowe says the two appear to be okay. God Almighty willing they will win, and when they win, let them rule well. Of course they are going to. Peter Ophio says the terrorist sponsors, okay. Kwankwaso Vice President, Presido 2031. Okay now. Ovochi says everything should be Christian and Muslim together for God's sake. It is well. Peter Ophio says politics should not be attached to Christian things. We should stop behaving like uneducated people. Politics is not theology, it is governance, Christianity and personal and component for compulsory for all. This is well, my listeners. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.